What's up fellas, today we have another driving request and the request is by Andy. So Andy is asking, could you try to drift some stock BMW as I'm passionate about these cars and I don't have a wheel set up to drift them well. I'd like to see how they go. So Andy is probably either on a keyboard or controller and he wants to see how a stock BMW kind of will look like when drifted on the wheel. So I've picked up this Excite BMW M3 E36. It's pretty stockish, honestly, 243 horsepower. Maximum, the only thing that it might have might be just a slight angle kit that will sustain a bit more degrees, but we will drive in a very shallow angle because low horsepower cars and like under horsepower cars, they just can't sustain big angles and you won't have the momentum. So I've picked a very challenging track for low horsepower cars. It's called Buckmore Park. And now we're gonna go and test this car out. Alright, so Andy, we're gonna do 2 laps without the handbrake and 2 laps with the handbrake. So let's get going. And honestly, without the handbrake is very hard. I'm not gonna lie. I do believe it's hard. Like I have to do so much to just keep the car going. And like to also have a momentum. A lot of work with the clutch. A lot. See how much weight transfer and like how much stuff we have to do. I'm gonna do like a bit of an idiotic magic here because we need momentum. We don't have the handbrake though, so we do what we gotta do, fellas. We do what we gotta do. Whoa, that was very, very sketchy, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, fellas. Come on. Come on. Alright, I think we're close to the pits, so that were the pits. Gotta be careful here, was the turn somewhere. I mean, I only drove this track for about like 5-6 laps just to try and get used to it, so yeah. See, we're almost all the time on like very... Sorry, fellas, I needed to use handbrake. There's no way I could have taken that turn. There's just no way. See, it's very hard. Honestly, without the handbrake, it's like absolute pain. It is absolute pain. And of course, the clutch kick saves us a lot. But we have to do a lot of tricks, honestly. Now I'm gonna use handbrake. We have to do a lot of like clutch, a lot of brake, just to get the angle and stuff like that. A lot of tricks we gotta do, honestly. Should be way, way easier with the handbrake. Of course, you see, it's very, with the handbrake is very user-friendly, but honestly, it's a great tool. Like, look how much it helps. We could just safely control the car. It literally gives us control. And like, once the car starts dying, we can just, or gets out of control with the angles and stuff like that. You see how the car snapped? So, we can save ourselves a lot with the handbrake. It's very, very nice. I love it. Was this 1 lap or we have 1 more? I think I'm gonna do... Alright, we're gonna do 1 more. And you have to be very careful with the throttle too as well. It's like... I mean, it feels like this car is so hard, man. Like you're getting short everywhere. You need so much momentum. You have to be careful with the angle, keep short angle so you can keep the speed up. You can't just go like, oh, especially if you plan to do like some reverse entries and crap. Oh man, you're dead. Like, you see, like, I don't know, I screwed up here. But honestly, one thing that you fellas need to be careful with this track is that It's very bumpy, so I'm not sure if you see these patches I'm gonna show. So not only here, like the up, like a slight uphill, this thing here is a bit of a bump, this thing here is a bit of a bump. So you always have these constant bumps and stuff, especially if you get on the curbs. The curbs are kind of bumpy as well. But in general, this is it, honestly, fellas. The car is fun, the track is fun, and I believe low horsepower cars, you can have a lot of fun on these tracks. That are very like short in terms of like the corner, a lot of corners. It's not a long track, and so on. But in general, I love the car. Like you don't need a handbrake to drive this, but I mean, does it help? It helps a lot. You don't need a handbrake, but it helps. So of course, for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna like talk, even though talking it's not helping me concentrate and drive well, but like doing my best here, doing my best. So this is it, basically how it looks like with the handbrake. It's like very underpowered. Like honestly, I'm not very comfortable driving these low horsepower cars, even though you saw me driving the Tofu and the Togue. But yeah, I mean, this is it. I think this is the pits here. Yeah, that's the pits. So basically that's it. I mean, man. So this is it. Well, if you're curious about my opinion, I love the car. I love low horsepower cars. I just don't drive them often. As you saw, like probably the previous video where I drove the Tofu and the Togue, it's very fun. Honestly, it's very fun. So I absolutely love the track. I love the car, and it's fun. Like it's always fun to throw some variety, like test yourself, get out of the comfort zone, and so on. So this is it. I hope you enjoyed the video, Andy. This is how it looks like, low horsepower stock BMW. This is pretty stockish, honestly. It might have only an angle kit as an extra, and that's it. And even you can't go big angles. You saw yourself, you can't go big angles, and if you go, you have to hold the clutch till the front straightens up or gets to a point where you know the car supports that angle and you can keep going. But otherwise the car is super underpowered to keep big angles and so on. So you all the time you drive low angles to keep momentum and stuff like that. Yeah, so that's that. Hope you enjoyed the video, fellas. Like and subscribe, really helps me out. I'll really appreciate it. I will see you in the next video.